Welcome to another real-time trade. In this video, I'll discuss several ways to manage the trade to empower you to design a trade management model that suits your unique mental wiring. This is the stuff of the real game. Now let's join the trade in progress. Hey guys, Czar here. Hope all is well. It's 1:31 p.m. New 30-minute candle. No bottom wick and virtually no top wick on the prior candle here in the NASDAQ. So there's no zone break opportunity here for me. See this big extension on the 1 minute? Nothing there. How about this? Let's go over to the S&P. Something similar. Again, no bottom wick and slamming into a zone from Friday. So there's nothing here on the S&P for me. And then let's take a look at the Dow. Yeah, not much going on there either. This has been just a straight line up, more or less. There's a couple of pullbacks in there, but from kind of late Asia here overnight, all the way through Europe, which is overnight for me too, of course, and then into the New York zone. Trying to break and stay above the Friday's high here on the daily, but not being able to do it so far. This is a good place for a potential rejection. On the Three Sisters, watch this. See this here? The Dow, 2.5 standard deviations. The S&P, pardon me, basically tagged 2.5 standard deviations. The NASDAQ is the weakest of the three here today. Watching this very closely for some clues here. Are we putting you on pause and cutting out dead air and sideways grinding action, non-teaching moments, things like that? Keep this video nice and tight. But for now, there's nothing here. I've had one trade today. It was right near the beginning of the day. A nice 2-hour win to start the day. And then decided to go for a 5-mile walk during lunch. Just got back recently. And going to watch here to see what happens. But so far, nothing. It is Monday. I sent out a note this morning warning that Mondays, anything can happen. It's been kind of a funny looking day here today. Looks pretty clean here on the 1 minute charts now, but I can assure you there was some funny things going on. See all this stuff in here? And then the NASDAQ doing its own thing. Dow not really playing ball with the other two as well. But you get the idea. I'll put you on pause for now, and I'll bring you back as things begin to develop here. If they do at all. Pause now. All right, guys, we're back here. Looking to take a long right here. This is the kind of setup I like. It's fairly aggressive right here, guys. Right here. Buy stop order. Stop below. I'll fix these markers in a moment. Give me 1 moment, and I'm in, guys. And I'm in. Long the NASDAQ. Entry is right here. This is an aggressive entry. This is a signature that I really like. You've probably seen me do it many times if you've watched my 600 plus videos. And I don't think anybody's watched that many of them, but you'll see me take this kind of a trade frequently. I'll explain more about the trade and the background on it in a moment. I'll put you on pause for now and set up these markers, and we'll come back. The coin has been tossed. And target 1 has been hit. So the 1R all-or-nothing trader has left the game with full profitability. The 2R move stop to break even at 1R has now moved their stop to break even. And either they will get a 0 at break even, or they'll get a 2R, depending on how this thing plays out. Of course, the 1.5R trader is still sitting here waiting to see what happens as well. Back on pause. And target 2 has been hit, 1.5R. And so the 1.5R all-or-nothing trader has left the game with full profitability. We'll see what happens from here. Just to be clear, guys, this is a trend continuation trade. It also has a zone break feel to it because of the clean traffic zone here, as I mentioned on the 30-minute chart. So this is coming out of the twilight zone, of course. When volume comes back into the market, even though we have this extended 30-minute candle, I'm willing to toss the coin on this to close this range, or at least part of it. I'm not even asking for all of it, right? It's the most certain move. That's what we're dealing with here with the Razor's Edge day trading method. The daily is very important here. The bullish daily cascading candle, higher high than Friday and then Thursday. And of course, it's substantially or significantly higher low than both Friday and of course Thursday. So this is a bullish feel, right? White body, bullish. So bullish daily, breaking out of a range here into a new fresh range, coming out of the twilight zone. So time of day, daily chart, 30-minute chart, nice orderly zigzag pullback here above EMAs on the 1-minute chart. And so we have everything in place here to flip the coin and to take this trade. And of course, full agreement here on the three sisters, with all three sisters in bullish moving average configurations, all three above the volume weighted average price, all three above their EMAs, as well as the 9 being above the 21, all three making new highs, etc., etc. And I chose the NASDAQ because it wasn't overextended or extended like the S&P here at 2.5 standard deviations, or what the Dow was here, having penetrated 2.5 standard deviations at the time of entry or near the time of entry. So you get the idea. This is to kind of close the gap between the strongest and the weakest here, choosing the NASDAQ as the instrument of choice. Don't know if we're going to get as high as 2R here. We'll see. We'll keep that open. And target 3 has been hit. It took a while. I actually switched to a 2-minute chart to cut down on the number of candles here, but we eventually did it. All 4 models profited fully. We almost came back to the break even here, but it didn't happen. And so this thing was very much intact. Again, this is a trend continuation and zone break trade. So you break above here, not very convincing, as I mentioned earlier. We finally got the bottom wick flip above and took that thing long with this nice pullback here. This looked even cleaner on the 1-minute chart, if you remember, and then driving up higher. Bullish daily, bullish 30-minute, bullish three sisters, all above VWAP, all above the moving averages with a positive moving average configuration. Everything you need to look for a follow-through bullish movement, even though prices are up sharply today. Dow is up 1.7%, ES or the S&P up 1.3%, and now 1.21% on the NASDAQ. Strong day. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for clicking the like button on the way out and for saying hi in the comments. I do appreciate you. And we will talk to you soon. Take care.